And we're live. Welcome back. Welcome back to Tipsy Whiskey Shenanigans. As always, I am your host, Steven, and we are getting into some whiskey tasting. Let me check that we're actually live. And by the grace of God, we are actually doing this live stream today because I swear to anything that exists in the world, literally today's been like it's been a crazy busy day for one, and for two, my computer screen just broke on me. Fortunately, I have a secondary screen. And I'm a little sick too. But fortunately, I have a secondary screen so I can actually see you, talk to you, so on and so forth. But let's see here. Again, I hope we're running. Jesus Christ, what's up with all these ads? All right, awesome. Yep, we are up and running. Let's see. Let's get it to make sure it focuses on my pretty little face here. Um, God damn, it's gonna be a weird day. But yeah, welcome back. We're sending it tonight. Tonight's gonna be a great freaking live stream, at least for me, because I'm just gonna drink a lot of booze. Probably gonna wake up with a wee bit of a hangover tomorrow, but that's okay. That's why I got Z-Biotics, baby. Let's freaking go. White in the house. Cheers. Speaking of, actually, I'm gonna do that. Because now that my computer screen's broke, I need to allocate some time tomorrow to go computer shopping because I really need a personal computer because, I edit all my videos on that as well as I actually, what am I trying to say? I use it for work. That's what I'm trying to say. Z-Biotics, pre-alcohol probiotic. It doesn't taste super good. It has this like citrusy, tangy. I don't know, maybe like a key lime pie, key lime pie that was like kind of like fermented or something like that. I don't know. It's a little funky. There's a little bit of weirdness going on. Ooh, I'm gonna wash that down with some water. What are we drinking, by the way, today? All 7 of you in here, what are y'all drinking? Let me know down below. Oh. Also, for you those, what am I trying to say? For those of you who have yet to see it, I just posted my first kind of distillery vlog a few hours ago. So, once you're done with this video or once we're done live streaming tonight, go over there, check that out, give me some feedback. Like, I really do want some real feedback because, it's something I want to start doing. So, I want to kind of help improve. Jesus Christ, freaking nothing is working as it should be right now. Yeah, maybe we just do this. Can I talk like this? I don't know. I do not like that. Maybe we. Come on, stay. I said stay. God damn, this thing just like it likes to rise, and it only gets worse. I don't know. I moved the mic and everything around the other day, and I feel like it might have been a mistake. But yeah, I could have used that stuff in the 80s. Are you talking about my vlogs or my vlog singular? Chris Jenkins, cheers. Nice to see you, man. How are you doing? Yeah, I'm a little under the weather, but honestly, so I'll just kind of break things down. Jeez Louise. I'll kind of break things down a little bit more. So now that I am working for a distillery, my time is very precious. It's been very hard to kind of balance life, work, the YouTube channel, so on and so forth. So I'm trying to start to vlog a little bit more. One, to make more content. That doesn't mean I am no longer going to live stream or create like my list videos or review whiskey. I'm still definitely going to do that. Like I've previously been doing, I'm probably going to stick live streams to reviews. Oh my god, something is going on. Live streams are typically where I'm reviewing whiskey. I'll probably make a list a week, and then I'm gonna start doing a lot of vlogging content because I like that. But with that, I'm not likely going to be doing a live stream weekly. In case you haven't noticed, I've been canceling them a little bit just because, again, it's getting a little difficult to balance things. So yeah, this is probably going to be my last one. I'm probably not going to do one next week, but I'll probably do one the next one after that. I think I'm going to get the man. What is its name? Check. So what I'm saying now is a little not out of tongue, but I'm trying to set it up for the 20th. What is today? Today is the 6th. So yeah, not the upcoming week, but the week after that. Jesse Parker from my favorite MGP distiller, Doc Swenson's, is actually he reached out to me and he's trying to get on the channel. And I was like, dude, I freaking love your stuff. Let's make this happen. So yeah, I'm bringing him on, preferable. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Probably like a every other week live stream if possible. Start doing more vlogs, and then probably cut down the amount of list videos I do a week and replace them with the vlogs. Hope you all like that. Give me feedback and let me know what you guys think. I'm just trying to do something different as well because some of these list videos are getting a little old, and again, live streaming is just it's getting a little difficult to keep up with. But because I've been putting this one off for a while, because the one previous to this I had to cancel because of some distilling stuff, and then the one previous to this, and then the one before this, I think I had to cover it with something else. I can't remember, but we're finally getting into Baker Drinks whiskey. John Matlick, cheers. Nice to see you, man. So Baker Drinks sent me 7 samples, and we are sending it because we are drinking all of them. Because honestly, I just broke my computer screen, so I got to get a new computer. And it's been a long freaking day. I mashed an American single malt today, and which is a lot of hard physical labor. So we're ready to drink it. So first one we're getting into, which is the one that kind of kicked this off, Jim Beam's American Single Malt, Clearmont Steep. This American Single Malt, it's 47% ABV. Ooh, I got a runny nose. So again, I apologize if you hear it in the camera or the mic, but it is what it is. Different is good. Too many whiskey tube channels rehash the same old stuff. Yeah. And I'm not going away with the list videos. I like the list videos. They're good for metrics because they're basic as hell. I'm not going away with those completely, but again, I want to do a little bit more of the distillery related stuff because it's a different dimension than what other people even have access to, because I get paid to do it now, so might as well film it. And the first few my ideas is I'm gonna kind of do a whole walkthrough of the whole process. Like the first video I just did the grains part. This next one, I don't know what I'm gonna do, if we're being honest. But yeah, basically I'm gonna run it through just the distilling process, and then I'm gonna start just getting into kind of like the nitty gritty stuff, like this went wrong, or I don't know. I'm trying to find a way to make it interesting, because if everything works, which since we're man, I'm going on such a tangent and I haven't even drank any whiskey, but since we're a small time craft distillery, a lot of our stuff is kind of like hand built, or kind of, for lack of better words, DIY, MacGyver together. So not all of it is purpose built because we didn't have the startup capital that some of these bigger distilleries have. Like a lot of the ones in our area in Arizona, A lot of the bigger distilleries are based off of either wineries or, they've been in it for a long time, like Del Bach. They're based out of a winery or a, brewery. So, when you have startup capital, it makes it a little bit easier, but nothing ever works 100% where we're at, so that's cool because I get to make content out of that. But without further ado, let's drink some freaking whiskey. Clearmont Steep. God dang it. Can't get through one glass of whiskey without coughing. Ooh, this smells pretty good. Does anyone know a price point on this? Because again, this isn't in my area, but let me know what the price point in your area is. It smells nice, smells sweet. It's nutty though. It's a nutty like malt. It is. It has that beam. It smells closer. I don't know if I would guess it's an American single malt. I would guess this is like even though this does make sense, like a malty Maker's Mark. Because it has that Maker's Mark funk to it, but it's also malty. Yeah, can't get the best five. Yeah, I try to always push kind of available stuff whenever I'm saying like, hey, go get this. I want it to be something you can actually get, but not always. Not every video is like that. That's why I stay away from a lot of Buffalo Trace stuff. And also, I don't have half of that nice, fancy, allocated stuff. I passed on a Woodford Masters collection the other day because they're asking like 165 for it or something like that, and they dropped it down to 700 and 750. I was like, you increased the price by $40 and you're giving me 50 less milliliters. And I read some reviews and I was like, man, I'm out. I'm out on this one. Like the bourbon game has just gotten too big for my blood, man. I can't afford it. Oh man. See, this is the one bad thing about doing these live streams after milling and mashing day is one, I'm a little under the weather. Two, on top of me being a little under the weather, I've been carrying around sacks of grain yesterday, today. So like there's just like grain dust all around me. It's in my clothes, it's in my dreams, it's everywhere. Hey, cheers. Just got off another stream. Oh, no worries, man. No worries. I haven't even drank anything yet. So, it is what it is. But cheers. Thanks for sending me some stuff. Let's get into this one. Thank you. I love you. Ooh. Troy, how much is a Clearmont Steep in your area? Because you're the one who you're the one who hand delivered me this. So how much is it in your area? Because like honestly, I'm digging it. I mean, it's definitely beanie. It's nutty. It's the first American single malt I've had that is super nutty. It's like malty and nutty. And what does Beam do to make everything nutty? Is that like their cooperage or like what are they doing, man? Yeah, hopefully. Nah, because I've done this a few times already, and it's not been this bad. It's just the season. I've had myself tested for other sicknesses and stuff that we're not allowed to talk about on the internet, and I'm fine. It's just it's just a cold or whatever the heck. 47%. I'm gonna go like I would happily pay like 45, maybe 40, like 45, maybe $50 for this. Since a single malt, I would say probably 50. So if it's anything more than actually, maybe I should look this up. Clearmont Steep. Yes, I'm over 21. Okay, MSRP is $60 according to Breaking Bourbon. I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna look at their opinion on it. Uniqueness. Okay, 3.5 barrels. That's not bad. That's not bad. Okay, yeah, 60. I mean, yeah, I would happily pay $50, 45, $50. I would pay, yeah, probably $60 for this still, just because it's American single malt, so you gotta acknowledge you are gonna have to pay a little bit more, even if it is coming from someone like Beam. I get it. It's malty. It is nutty though. I've never had an American single malt that is that nutty. Yeah, that is fair. Some of our prices are a little asinine, but I like it clearly because, cheaper whiskey for me is a win for, well, me. Yeah, if I can get anything cheaper, I do. Yeah, and even that, like, I'll buy things at Costco. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, in the past, a lot of the stuff I bought just kinda comes from, like, whatever casually drops at Costco. Like, if it's a good bottle and it drops at Costco and I'm not looking for a specific bottle, and I'm just, like, looking for, like, any bottle to either fill on the shelves or just to, like, review or whatever, I just go with what's at Costco. Within reason. I mean, now I've definitely really slowed down because I have far more than I need as far as whiskey goes, so I kind of haven't been ambiguously buying whiskey, which is good because, computer just broke. So, life. Oh, man, it's been a freaking day. But yeah, I like that. That's not bad. Not bad at all. It's not like mind-blowingly great. Like I'm not super disappointed or super sad that it's not in my area either. I think it's good, but it's not like Yellowstone, right? Yeah. Ooh, Yellowstone single malt was like very disappointing. Where that one, I actually kind of like the flavors coming off of it, and it doesn't smell super young or anything like that. So I think it's pretty good. Oh my god, man, my runny nose. Again, I do apologize. It's happening in this video. I don't mind $60 for a bottle if it's good juice, but bottles that used to be 75 have jumped to 120. Yeah, the prices are getting, like, asinine. Yeah, it's just I can't anymore. I'm starting to kinda draw the line around, like, 75, $80. 90 for something I think is super special, but after that, like, maybe 110 for something that's really, really special to me, like, for example, like a Balcones, single malt picks, like those ones, like high proof Balcones picks. I really, really like those a lot. I really like some of the Del Bach basically American single malt picks or cash strength American single malts. Those are about the only thing that I will bust $300 for, or three digits for. Geez, $100 for. And my mind is like mac and cheese. It's just mushy. Or I should say bad mac and cheese. Found a bunch of gyms at a Safeway in Cali. Well, Cali's a weird market too. Computer broke or Kitty spilled whiskey on it? No, the computer broke. It's this screen, so I can see what it's doing, but it's like seizing out. So it's like so I can't actually look at it. So I have it like dimmed down so low that I can't see it, and I'm just using this main screen and looking at a new computer. I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, you know, please do me that favor, like, comment, subscribe. I could use that. Donate to the channel if you want. Yeah, computer fund. Let's see here. It would need to be extremely unusual good for me to go over. Yeah, yeah, I'm with you on that, John. Yeah, like again, I can't remember the last time. I think the last bottle I bought that was over $100 was at the end of 2023 or 2022. Sorry, it was a Westland Sherry cask pick. So it was like a 7-year-old Westland that was finished. It was like a 7-year-old sherry Westland that was finished in a hogshead sherry cask that I absolutely loved. Like it was one of my favorite buds. Oh, Jesus Christ. But one of the main reasons I was like, oh, hey, I'm comfortable spending that kind of money on that is because one, I know I already really like Westwood. Two, I I don't have any cash strained Westland picks, so I was comfortable spending that kind of cash. But again, it has to be something super special for me to get into it. All right. So next one, we are pouring Woodinville Straight Bourbon. Oh, I also should say, outside of the Claremont Steep, this is going to kind of be a Pacific Northwest or like a Washington themed whiskey flight. So we're going to get like Woodinville. There's quite a few fantastic single malts. This one's an MG, or oh wait, Kentucky bourbon finished in Oregon oak. Got some Westward, that's in Washington. Yeah, Washington. Um, Oregon single malt. So yeah, basically a Pacific Northwest flight, and they're mostly single malt. So like, I'm about to butter my buns, if you know what I mean. Hell yeah, 10 watching, 10 likes. Let's freaking go. Now we're down to 9 watching. Yeah, that's why I only have like 20 bottles of scotch because ooh, there's a cinnamony note on that. Ooh, I like that one. I gave I got into like peated scotch pretty heavily. One, I've moved away from smoky whiskeys a lot. Like it has to be a really good smoky whiskey for me to want to buy it nowadays. And on top of that, it's just I have a few really good value scotches I like Glenmorangie 12. I really like the Compass Box, Orchard House. I really like Ardbeg 10, Port Charlottes, the Brooklotties, um, the Glenallachie, um, Glenallachie, or I can't pronounce it, but that 12, that's probably my favorite. But like, I draw the line at like $80 with those two because again, it is what it is. I've pretty much stopped buying. Oh my god, I've pretty much stopped buying them because I can just get more with American single malt, and I like American single malts better. Okay, yeah, I'm liking this one. It's Woodinville Straight Bourbon finished with toasted apple wood staves. This is the distillery only one, right? I've seen this one before, but I thought it was like a distillery only one. Yeah, there's a nice like cinnamon apple, like apple jacks on the nose. Yeah, the front of the palate, very vanilla, custardy. Then it goes more oaky, more baking spice. Yeah, I like that. I think this might be my favorite Woodinville I've ever had before. I've had a few cash drinks, and I think they're pretty decent, but that one it just at 50% and has a lot of apple and like that baking spice, that cinnamon. It's really fun. Okay, yeah, distillery only, American single malts and Ontario Stranahan's and very little else. Well, Stranahan's is pretty good. If you can get a Stranahan's like cash strength pick, those are my favorite. That I also really like the sherry cask finish one. But I can honestly say like I'm not surprised that that's all you really got is because American single malts even in like America is a little light. Like there's not a lot of big brands who really make it. It's all like craft distilleries that have moved away from becoming craft and now they're like a just general distillery like American single malts. I think Westward, Westland, Stranahan's. I think Balcones for like big labels. have a lot of Arizona single malts, but that's just because I'm a huge fan of Balcones and, the company I work for, Adventure Stills, we also make one, so I have, like, 4 different variations of an American single malt, and, oh my god, I'm so excited. I'm doing a American single malt pick for Veterans Day. That's basically gonna be like, I'm gonna pull anyone who's in the club, like our Explorers Club, who are veterans, and we're gonna all go in, do a pick, and we're gonna give some proceeds to a veteran charity. That has to be my most excited whiskey this entire year, and it has nothing to do with any whiskey I'm gonna find on like a normal store shelves. That is the last one I'm drinking. All right, awesome. Here we go. Next one, I have Stranahan Sherry and regular. Yeah, those are good. I think the cash strength picks are a little bit better. But again, I can't say I'm surprised that you don't have picks in your area either. Old Pirate Bourbon. Cheers, man. Nice to see ya. You must be new. I don't remember your name, but welcome. Welcome. All right. Trails End 10-year Kentucky bourbon finished in Oregon oak. Is it like American oak that's just in Oregon, or is there like a special kind of oak? How does that work? I'm gonna get some water. We are cruising through this flight. I mean, not that I'm taking any of it very serious. I'm just drinking things and enjoying it, but I've earned this. I've earned a day like this. By the way, what's everyone drinking tonight? I know I asked that super early in the chat, but now things have kind of toned down a little bit. There's more people in here. What are we getting into? It's called Guyana. Oh my god, I've seen that for the what is it, Westland. Yeah, they do a Garian finish limited edition. Okay, so it's just a special kind of tree from Oregon, huh? Trail N10 is stellar. I am on my second bottle. I've never even heard of Trails End. Is Trail End is it a Oregon-based distillery? And they just source Kentucky bourbon and then age it in gonorrhea casks? Oh, what the heck? This is baking spice galore. This reminds me of the Bossa Nova almost. Nice sweetness. Good cherry. Man, that cherry is fantastic. Cherry and so much baking spices. Holy heck. Eagle Rare. Heck yeah, I like that. Free Ranch Single Barrel Shelfer 6th Floor. I like Free Ranch. Sipping my favorite Chattanooga 111. Oh, that's such a good bottle for that price too. It's out of this freaking world. Okay, yeah, I mean that tracks. That again, there's a reason we don't have any age statements on our stuff, is because none of it goes over 4 years. Because anything over 4 years is a little bit too much in the first place. Also it's hard as heck as a small distillery to store, or I'm assuming they're smaller, but I can't imagine, even if they've been around for 10 years, I doubt they have at least 10-year-old stock. God, this smells so good though. Oh, it's like an orange creamsicle with cherry syrup and then almonds, cinnamon roasted almonds. cherry drizzle, yeah, cinnamon roasted almonds with the cherry drizzle, and you melted like an orange creamsicle next to it. Again, that doesn't make any sense, but what are you gonna do? Four roses, LOL. Yeah, it's pretty friggin' hot. I mean, our swamp cooler in the distillery broke yesterday. We fixed it today, but this morning I didn't have time to fix it because the show must go on. So I did like half of the morning mashing process without any air conditioning or anything, and it's like 100 degrees outside. So man, oh man, I was pouring buckets of sweat. Yeah, so far, oh man, that 10-year-old, God, that is freaking good. They picked some good barrels, and I don't know what that wood does to it, but man, it tastes super heavy on that cinnamon and cherry. Quality Ceft red wheat tonight. I've heard that stuff's incredible. What's the best glass to use when drinking bourbon? Um, I just kind of go with whatever I'm feeling in the moment. When I do like content and stuff, I'll typically just use a Glencairn because it's kind of like the gold standard. But it's whatever you have available and whatever you like doing. I mean, there's trade-offs to everything. Like some glasses are like more easy to sip out of, where others are like harder to sip out of, but they might give you a better nose because it's more tulipy shaped. So it's just kind of a trade-off. There's no perfect glass. But yeah, I usually use a Glencairn or man, what is that company called? I don't remember what their name is. Wow, it's not Whiskey Wisdom glass. There we go. Whiskey Wisdom glasses. I like those. Those have been kind of my go-to. Yeah, no AC sucks. I don't mind any. Yeah, yeah. AC is needed, and yeah, even a swamp cooler in and itself is kind of booty to begin with. So, what are you gonna do though? All right, next, and here's where we start getting excited. I have a new bottle of Westward to review. I don't know when I'm gonna get to it. It's up there. They sent me another bottle. It's a sourdough mash recipe. It's a pretty cool story. And so far, it's a pretty good whiskey. I mean, I didn't try it in a serious setting or against all the other stuff, but I might have poured a little bit into my mouth from the bottle at my stepdad's birthday party over the weekend, and I was like, dang, this is actually pretty good. I mean, not that I didn't expect it to be good. They do some fantastic stuff, but man, this runny nose. My nose is out of control tonight. All right, next one. We got Westward 2 malts. This is 45% ABV, is 88% malted barley and 12% malted rye. Malted rye. I didn't know they did anything outside of malted barley. That's pretty cool. Oop, almost time to go. Ryan Frank. I almost said it. Frankie Ryan. Jeez, my dyslexia kicked in there for a sec. Top of the evening to top of the evening to you, governor. Ryan Frank. Cheers. Nice to see you, man. How are you doing today? But yeah, this is 88% malted barley, 12% malted rye. Ooh, what the heck? This has that like Westward malty, that typical like Westward malty, like chocolatey malt smell. I heard this was your second show. This is weird. It's like a spicy. So if you know, which again, this is really hard to kind of translate to if you haven't had Westward's typical product before, but it is uh, like it's their typical mash bill. or not mash bill, their typical flavor profile, like, it has that, like, dark, malty, fruity thing going on, but there's this, like, severe, like, black pepper spiciness hidden. Yeah, I get that I get that kinda, like, stone fruitiness, that dark chocolatey malt, and then, like, a black pepper. Oh, that is fun. Oh, it's malty, it's bready. I get like this, man, I don't know if it's because I was thinking sourdough, but, like, I get almost kind of this, like, buttermilk bread type thing. Oh, that is I like whiskey with multiple malted grains tonight. Yeah, it's weird, but in a good way, like, it's so hard. 'Cause I like that, like, bready, chocolatey, malty spiciness going on, the nice vanilla, has nice, like, stone fruity, like, earthy fruit type characteristics. This is a good whiskey if you oh my god, if you cough in the middle of a freaking sentence. Um, if you like malt, like, if you're a big fan of, like, malty whiskeys, malt-heavy things, like, this whiskey is right down that alley of it's a very different kind of malt, but I think if you're a big fan of malt, this is right down the road. It's so hard. Whiskeys like this are really hard to kind of suggest or like encourage other people to try. Like I definitely encourage people to try new things and stuff, but like sometimes things are just like kind of a little funky and weird. So it's more of like a just try it. I can't really ever say just like any of these weird funky whiskeys. I'm 100% like I can suggest a buy for. Oh, man. Yeah, I thought this was gonna be a longer stream, but I'm kinda running through these drinks, which I'm not complaining because again, it's been a long day, but man, that is good. That is throwing me for, like, a mental gymnastics session. Ugh, man, my nose is just running. I cannot wait to get rid of whatever stupid sickness I have. Yeah, I'm probably not even doing a great job with tasting notes today, which I know I'm not because I haven't really given out anything super awesome, but, you know, what are you gonna do? Yeah, John, I'm there with you. Like our most recent release at the distillery was a local distillery. They did a oak fermented ale that went bad, so they gave it to us. We then distilled it because, well, you can do that as long as it's like a higher, alcohol percentage. So we did that. Came out pretty bad. Not gonna lie. It sat in oak for a while. About 3 times as long as we typically would have left it. And then it finally got really good. And now it's like this like funky apple thing. Benadryl is your friend. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna go take some Benadryl after this. But yeah, it's like this like funky apple. Like if someone was like, "Hey, it's like if you distilled apple cider or something like that." Like it's just this weird, funky, like angry, soury yet tart apple thing going on. But like I bought two for myself because I was really impressed with how weird it was. Freaking hate being sick. God damn it. Starting to freaking lose it here. All right. Next one we're trying. And yeah, I'm taking purposely smaller drinks out of all these because, you know, I'm trying to actually be able to revisit these. So this one is Bull Run Oregon 8-year-old single malt, finished 32 months in Madeira, and it is 50.69% ABV. 32 months. Oh, this is an 8-year-old single malt finished an additional 32 months, or is it like a 5-year-old single malt that they then finish for 32 months? Somewhere around there. Alright. Now that that's a little spun up. Oh, what the heck? So, first initial tasting note, just right off the rip, Parmesan cheese. Yep, that smells raw now. What the heck? There's like this funky, like fermented fruit on it. That must be the Madeira wine cask that checks. It has this like fermented pears, kind of like a sour, funky pear. Cheers, nice to see you. Man, I am loving this nose. I'm having a really hard time explaining what I'm getting off of it. Out of like funky fermented pears or peaches. And this is just getting gross. All right, I'm just gonna drink it. Oh, no, that is weird. Yeah, it's dark, it's malty, and it's heavy with that like fermented pears, peaches flavor. Oh, I do like it. I like that taste. It's so hard to describe. It's like it's maybe not funky is the right way, but it's like this tart. It's like this tart pear. It's so strange. I'm having a hard time putting like a nose or a note to this, but I like that. I think that's my number one. I'm gonna run back to the double malt. Yeah, I'm leaning that one's my favorite. Let's see, which one is this one? The Wooden Bill? No, it was the 10-year-old Trails End. Let's try these against each other. Let's see which one is best. Ooh, man, I like that. Cinnamon, apples. This is more stereotypical whiskey, and it's heavy on that cinnamon baking spices. God, that like fruity, like sour yet also somehow tart fruit thing going on. Chattanooga Drain, switch into ASW Duality Malt. That's a good malt. I get a beer flavor with their single malt. I could see that. Yeah, like not hoppy, but kind of like an ale almost, like a roasted malt. Well, because a lot of ales they typically will use like a roasted malt, so that kind of tracks it. Like those flavors stick around, especially if they do a distilling on grain process. You get a lot more of those kind of grain flavors through it because when you mash on grain or you ferment on grain and then you distill on grain, if they're doing that, which is what we do, but you usually get like a lot more of that grainy taste because the grain's going through all of that. So you keep a lot of those like grain heavy molecules and other things of that nature. Again, the science is a little bit above my head at the moment, but um, you just get more. So I wonder if they use like a roasted malt on it. I like this one the best though. I like that a lot. Yeah, so far that one finished and it's definitely funky. Baker, I love that you sent me some excitingly funky stuff. Like you guys You guys sent me some really, really fun things, and you don't usually see a lot of fun random things anymore. Like, because even the one that was sourced was like, it was a like Finnish source, so it was weird and exciting. All right, so we got an MGP rye that's Pilot Noise finished. Baker, I'm gonna need you to explain that one for me, Chief. And then last one is McCarthy's Oregon Single Malt. This is a PX Sherry finished 6-year-old, 56.13% ABV, which I love that all these have been lower proof yet still full flavor. I'm starting to become more of an in between. For the longest time, I was like a 120 and below kind of guy. And then anything over 120 was like, I'm taking this very serious. Now I'm starting to really, really dig anything in between 100 and like 115. Like that is like that's my range, man. I freaking love that stuff. So I love this being like the just over 110. What was that again? So that was a Bull Run Oregon 8-year-old single malt that's finished for an additional 32 months in Madeira casks and bottled at 50.69% ABV. Okay. Let the nose run out. Is this peated? What the hell? Oregon single malt PX Sherry finished. Need to go bourbon hunting in Tennessee. Yeah, I bet they got some good stuff. When I went hunting in Georgia, I was able to find a lot of good stuff for like really, really good prices. Like I went to a Costco there and I got 2 cash strength. What are they? Courage and Conviction American single malts for like 60, $70 each. And like they're fantastic. It is peated. Okay, man, that threw me for a loop. I was like, what the heck? Oh, should I do the rye first? No, we're already sending it. Yeah, I mean, John, I would even say like 100 to like 115, but it's not so much like the actual proof it is, it's the proof it drinks like. Because I really like some of the like those 120s that drink super easy. Although those are super dangerous. Like I'm not gonna lie, that Storytime cognac finish pick that got me into a bind one day because I was drinking it and I thought it was like the low 115s, like I thought it was like 114 something or other, and I was kind of just saucing them back. I was like smashed 4 in like a few hours, and they weren't small pours necessarily. And I was outside smoking a cigar, and then I looked at the bottle and was like, "Oh, I'm gonna be pretty drunk compared to what I thought I was gonna be when I get inside." But we survived it. We made it through. Oh man, I like this for some reason. I'm usually not the biggest smoke fan, but I like that kind of seaside saltiness mixed with there's this nice like Concord grape flavor smell. I smell because I haven't drank anything. Oh man. Blue Note drinks below its proof. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and like a lot of like those MGPs drink below their proof, but and like other things just they don't. Like for example, like Old Forester 1920, that does not drink below its proof. It might have in the past, or maybe I was just more of a proof whore. But like nowadays, it feels a little bit hotter than it needs to be. Same with like Jack Daniels. But then on the other hand, the Maker's Mark, like the stay finishings, they do not drink like their 110s range. They usually drink like their 100s, 105s to me. Golly. Like, do you ever have that problem where like one nose is completely clogged and the other one is just runny? Because that's what we're dealing with right here, Chief. The rye is Pinot Noir finish. Troy said his phone may have auto corrected or something. Okay. Oh, Pinot Noir Pilot Noise. Yeah, that makes sense because yeah. Yeah, I was trying to figure out, like, I was like, "What is this, like, another Metallica Stitch?" But they, like, put it out, like, on an Air Force base or something, or next to, like, an airport. Like, it's like, "It's the noise of the planes that age the spirit, the sonic waves." I like smoky whiskey, but not so much peaty whiskey. That's fair. This it's been a while since I've had something that is salty and smoky. Ooh, yeah, that is weird. I'll be honest, I'm not digging that. Nope. Oh, hey, Daisy. Oh, I know, life is so hard. You had to just jump up here to, like, go probably try to spill whiskey all over the place, and now you're meowing because you didn't get attention when you jumped up here. Alright, honey bun, you're gonna have to go. Nope. This computer is holding on for dear life. We are not letting you back up here right now because you will break it. And we can't afford another computer right now. Or, well, I mean, we're gonna buy one, but, like, I need all the contents on this one, so yeah. I don't find Old Fort hot at all. Now those Old Forts are single barrels. Okay, well, like, again, everyone has their kind of their agreed. Man, maybe it's been a while since I've had 1920, or maybe I just had a bad bottle of 1920. I might be wrong. I haven't bought one in about a year and a half because the one I did buy right when they rebranded, I was kind of like about. So it's kind of just it's sat there a little bit. I mean, we are. Where is my 1920? Yeah, we're a little bit past the neck on that one. So it's been about a year, and I've probably had like 3 or 4 drinks from it. So again, it just kind of killed it, or maybe yeah, maybe more like a year. I think I've gone through a few more since they rebranded. I don't know. That was a bottle I was a huge fan of, and then like things just kind of changed. I don't know if it was me or if it was a bottle, but run it back up to an external drive before it dies. Yeah, yeah, no, that's my plan. As soon as this live stream is done, I literally have this. I have about 500 gigs of content I need to upload, and then or not, yeah, yeah, about like yeah, 500, 600 gigs, so like zero point 0.6 of a terabyte. That holds 2 terabytes. It has 700 gigs free, so we're gonna fill that up. Go get a new computer tomorrow, unfortunately. But yeah, not mess around. Yeah, I think that's what I was doing. That's why I was a little late to this live stream, was because I was backing up some files, or we'll try to clear space on that hard drive to then be able to, life. Oh man. All right, this last one, Freeland. Man, maybe smoke was a bad idea. That is in me. It is literally inside my soul right now. Okay. This next one is Pilot Noi is finished. No, it's MGP straight rye from Freeland Spirits, finished with Pinot Noir casks at 56%. Man, I love the color. Pinot Noir finished stuff always has like the best color because it's such a dark wine. Ooh, man, that has some proof to it though. I think this is the hottest thing we've had all night because it's spicy yet also proofy at the same time. Man, I'm not getting anything off of this. I think my nose is messed up. My nose is shot. Does anyone other than me kind of struggle struggle kind of, I don't know, smelling things after a while. Like, you smell like 20 different things, you kind of like your nose goes like a little nose blind because that's kind of where I'm at, mixed with like my nose is all stuffed up yet also runny. So, ooh, I'm starting to get like a grapey smell, like a spicy grape, a peppery grape. I mean, what I am getting is good, but like my nose is just completely, it's a blend of nose blind and also clogged up. So let's just tip our hat to it. Oh, that's good. Oh, it's like a grapey rye. It's a cherry grape rye. Oh my god, and it's nice vanillas, pepperiness, a smidge of mint. Duality is so good. Been a while since I had a pour. Need to drink this more often. Yeah, that's such a good bottle. Need samples. What are you referring to as far as that? Let me know. I might be able to help you out. I mean, they'll probably be 1 ounces because, you know, I've already drink about a quarter of an ounce of each, but mm, I like that. But it is more of a stereotypical. I mean, it's an MGP rye, so we're not reinventing the wheel on any of this stuff. Um, but I want to do a little another pour of this Bull Run because I think this Bull Run might be my favorite as far as like the less stereotypical stuff. Because the rye, it's I mean it's a rye, man. It's like it's definitely a really good freaking rye though. Pinot Noir finished rye is that's a good idea. Cheers, nice to see ya. I'll occasionally blend things, but not really. I'm a little too lazy to be doing that kind of stuff, anyways. Or I just don't have the free time to explore things like that anymore. Are you doing bourbon school? The rye is from a female-owned distillery finished in barrels from a female-owned winery. That's cool, that's cool. Yeah, there's far too like, in my experience, a lot of the women I know who actually are willing to, like, drink and, like, this isn't some sort of, like, sexism thing or whatever, but, like, a lot of the women I know who, like, actually do drink distilled spirits and really like it, usually they're better at doing tasting notes and, like, better at tasting. I mean, again, it's all so subjective and it's all based off of your own stuff, so it's hard to say, like, one person's better than the other. But usually a lot of women I know who are willing to drink it and can get, like, past all the proof and, like, acclimate to it, usually they give out some bomb-ass tasting notes, so it surprises me that this is a male-dominated industry when I think women are way better at tasting things. I mean, history has kind of shown them to be hunters and gatherers, people who cook more often, and that requires biologically a better palate than, say throwing a spear. So again, I just think it's so weird, but yeah, that's a really good freaking rye, man. Oh my god, I think my favorite is this Bull Run 8-year-old single malt. I really like this. This is my favorite. It's a little different. It's a little weird. It's a little funky. It's definitely kind of beery though. I get what you mean by that. I know you brought up that it's kind of beery, and I totally get what you mean by that. I just don't know how to describe it other than like, yeah, it's a little beery. Yeah, I'm going one for that because I think it's fun and exciting. Then I'm gonna go probably man, I'm losing my mind over here. Probably that, then the rye. I mean, the rye. We'll say the rye and that Bull Run sample. They tied for first because I I really can't make up my mind with them because I do really like that rye. Followed by then the 10-year-old Kentucky bourbon that was finished in the Oregon oak one. Then that Westward, the two malts. And I forgot about these other two already. I would say the Woodinville, and then yeah, the Clearmont was probably my least favorite. Yeah, especially with like. Oh, actually, no, that's not true. This McCarthy's Oregon single malt, that's PX sherry finish. That's probably my least favorite. So I didn't really like the whole peated thing going on it. I don't know. I think I'm just kind of over peated whiskeys. It's not bad. It's just not. I mean, honestly, it might be close. Let's see. Is it Clearmont? Yeah, let's do a onesie twosie. This might be. Yeah, that's so boring. It literally just tastes like two row malt. It literally tastes like we do our American single malt is about 90% Arizona grown. I think it's two row malt barley, but basically it's just Arizona grown malt from, man, I think no, it's not the Verde Valley, Casa Grande area, Coolidge. I think it comes from Coolidge. It's either Coolidge or Casa Grande. Either which way, um, it tastes just like that. Like it's just that like I don't want to say boring malt, but it's like a very simple malt. And then the other 10% is kind of like this caramelized malt. And those ones smell and taste. And when I'm saying smell and taste, I'm saying grain wise. Those ones smell and taste so much better than that does. And that literally tastes like the backbone. Like all they did was use that two row malt, but then they didn't really do anything exciting with it. I spent decades in the restaurant business as a chef. Identify odors and flavors differently. Yeah. Okay, that's fair. Okay. Yeah, no. Yes, yeah, that's a different way to look at it. It's not a one-for-one translation. Yeah, I guess what we should say is we shouldn't do anything in generalizations. But again, I just feel like, yeah, it's with like a lot of people like Nancy Linos coming into the scene and starting their own distilleries a lot more because there's what it's Nancy Fraley, she's doing a lot of stuff, and then man, what's the lady behind Pinhook, the whole Castle and Key brand? Not Pinhook, Castle and Key. Um, either which way, like I think it's an exciting turn for the whiskey community because I think they do some of the better blends. I mean, especially, I mean, she's a one-off. No one's at her level really, but man, she does an incredible job. Oh yeah, yeah. No, I lied. I lied. That is much better than the Clearmont Steep. Ooh, how's this salty? It's so salty on the side of my tongue. That's so weird. Huh, I like that. Do I like this more? Huh, whatever. We're just gonna put it second to last to make life a little bit easier. But yeah, overall, I would say I really, really liked the my top two, the Freeland Spirits MGP that's finished in Pinot Noir or Pilot Noise, and then this Bull Run Oregon 8-year-old single malt that's finished in 30 or and finished in Madura for 32 months. Those two are really, really freaking good. I'm sure they cost a bunch because they're older and you know aged in finishing casks, which makes everything more expensive. But yeah, that is a wrap for my live stream tonight. Please do me that favor, like, comment, subscribe. If you haven't done so already, watch the video I released earlier today, and give me some honest feedback, honest, actionable feedback, or what's that called? Not progressive, but feedback I can actually use something with. Don't be like, "Oh, this guy sucks," because that doesn't tell me. Be like, "Oh, I didn't really like this about this. Maybe try this in the future." Whatever the case may be. Let me know, because I definitely want that kind of feedback. Because 'cause I'm starting to turn the ship in that direction, so I wanna make that as good as possible. So yeah, you're gonna see me probably every other week start live streaming. I think that's what I'm gonna cut it down to for right now. So I'll probably be live streaming every other week. Doing one list video a week, and then doing a kind of distillery content video a week. Hopefully, I get a video out for Friday because right now I have no idea what I'm gonna do, and now I got to get a new laptop. So who the heck knows? But again, that is a wrap. Thank you so much, Baker Drinks, for sending me these samples. I have completely failed you by not mentioning this all night, but please go over there and subscribe to him. Somebody please put their link in chat. So, yes, honest feedback. That's what I was looking for. I don't know why that was hard to find. But yeah, somebody please put their link in chat. If you aren't subscribed to Baker Drinks, go ahead and subscribe to them. And any other YouTube channel who just popped in here or there, like Bourbon School, go ahead and subscribe to him. They are freaking awesome. They do such a great job. Same with Baker Drinks. So go subscribe to them. We love that. Great insight to the process. Looking forward to part 2. Yeah, there's going to be part like 18, 300. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, it's going to be less like making whiskey part 2. It's going to be more of like this broke. This went weird. Oh man, we're doing this. Yeah, like next week, that's gonna be a fun live stream. Because guess what? Or not a fun live stream, a fun oh man, geez Louise. Fun vlog. Because we're not making whiskey, we're making tequila. So or well, agave based spirits. And this will be my first time doing it. Basically, we ferment for 3 weeks, like agave syrup that we get from the Jalisco region of Mexico. So it'll be a fun one. When I drop that, I don't freaking know, but that's definitely going to be something to kind of show off because I've never done it. So it'll be a fun live stream. So you'll or fun vlog because you'll see me probably make a few mistakes and have to clean up some sort of mess. And it's a syrup, so it's all sticky and shit. We'll see. I won't be covered in dust for the first time in a long time, so that will be dope. But yeah, that is a wrap. Again, like, comment, subscribe, do all those great YouTubey things. Cheers, y'all. We'll see you later.